guys, Tanna here with another SINoALICE video. I know guys, it's been about a week since I last uploaded a SINoALICE video. A lot is going on recently, lots of new gacha games. There's been Shining Beyond, there's Illusion Connect, and there's also ReZero Lost in Memories, that's in JP. And then finally, Genshin Impact pre-release hype. There's so many things going on in the gacha scene right now, so it's kind of overwhelming. So I'm just try to do my best and make as much content as I possibly can. Despite being usually slow, I think I'm doing quite a decent job at uploading stuff recently. I'm trying to catch up with the schedule and things like that. Yeah, so yesterday I uploaded Genshin Impact. The day before, okay, sort of like before that, it was like ReZero. So for the past couple of days, I've been uploading quite a bit. So even though I kind of planned and want to do SINoALICE 2 days back when the Spec Banner was up, I just didn't have time to juggle so many things at hand. So anyway, today let's talk about the Spec Banner and also the Spec Banner that will be coming on later on today when the current one ends. So this Spec Banner will end tomorrow, and we'll have a new set of Spec Banners which I will be talking about in a bit. So let's head over to their notice and talk about what's going on recently. Every week or two we have like a lot of things. Last week it was like pretty stale. This week isn't too bad with all these new weapon banners, and this Teen Heart event is kind of like a filler event. So anyway, let's talk about the notice. Okay, important app compatibility with Android 11. If you have updated, you may face issues. My emulator is probably not Android 11, so it's not a big issue. Grand Collar is coming, new package, and then this teen notice. With this Spec Banner here, I believe it's gonna be a skip for most of us, since the weapons on these banners and the banner itself is, in my opinion, much better than this one here. Unless you want a character, then there's another story. Okay, so they have a new paid banner weapon. So if you're interested in getting some L weapons, you can actually purchase these, but it's not Dauntless Courage, so I don't know why would they sell something like that. The weapons aren't even great, so it's kind of weird that they actually put a product like that here. So as you can see right here, this was actually teased on Twitter a while ago. So right now we have this weapon here, and also the orb and this instrument here. So tomorrow, after this banner ends, it will most likely be this one here, the sword, the staff, and also the tomb. This is the tomb, although it kind of looks like a scroll. So tomorrow will be this. In my opinion, this current Spec Banner is a pretty good one, so we'll go into details in a bit. So anyway, I believe they made some changes to the banners. Okay, so originally this was the banner that was released. Okay, this is the orb, this is the instrument, this is the magical one, and then this is the staff. This was originally the magical weapon, so Side of Burning Steel, Inquisitor, and Bow of Pursuer. But in global, this is what we're getting: Sickle of Scorched Iron, which is the same as Burning Steel here. And then we have Holy Knight's Pistol, which they don't have it here. And also Dwarven Spear, which is slightly different. In the original banner, 3 of them, the featured ones, are actually all Dauntless Courage. But the one we got, one of them is, which is the Holy Knight Pistol, is actually M Defense debuff instead of Dauntless Courage. The previous Spec Banner was kind of fresh, so we kind of skip it. So the current one is actually pretty good. The one we're getting tomorrow will be this one. If you compare with this one here, the physical one, they actually have 2 out of 3 Dauntless Courage. So again, they kind of changed the weapons inside. So this is a Sword of Heated Steel, which is sort of burnt metal. They did not change that, but however, the other 2 they actually changed. So from fire weapons become wind weapons. So Great Hammer of Kinship, Golden Sword. Okay, Dauntless Courage here. This is not Dauntless Courage. It becomes Gluttonous, God's Rod, and Deep Sea Sword. This becomes like 1 out of 3 instead of 2 out of 3. So kind of bummer. The magical one is definitely better. It's 2 out of 3. And also for our minstrels, support boon. So this is 10 upon 10 for minstrels. Okay, so the thing about this Spec Banner is the appearance rate. If you click on this, on top of the rate up for all the featured weapons, okay, 0.666%. One thing to note is Vanguard Banner, there will not be any rearguard stuff. See? So if you have Vanguard, at least the weapons that you pull is not gonna be like rearguard stuff, so it's totally irrelevant. It's a higher chance for you to upgrade your stuff. Same goes for the rearguard Grimoire, but if you're like, already specializing, it's still definitely better than a mixed banner where you may get a DPS weapon that you can totally not use at all. So that would totally suck. However, this one right here, okay, on top of the raid up, you can only get rearguard stuff, but of course the bomber is getting ops that you cannot use. Oh man, kind of muted myself. And again, I kind of muted myself. So anyway, I was talking about the ops, right? Okay, so as a rearguard, you should not even be bringing ops into Hollow. I mean, you can boost your stats, but it doesn't help with the team at all. With the rearguard doing 90% reduced damage in combat. Other than that, it's fine. I mean, even if you get a weapon that you're not specialized in, it's an air weapon. So even if you get a staff as a minstrel, it's actually not too bad, even though we try to specialize, get as many specialized weapons as possible, but actually it still helps your team. Frankly speaking, most of us are still using salads, which is totally fine. I mean, it's definitely gonna take months before we get like full air weapons of your set row. That's the ideal setup, but in reality, we just don't have the gems to do that. So anyway, I'm gonna head back to Notice and cover a bit more on the news today. Tin treasure chest, as I mentioned, I believe it's gonna be a skip. Okay, it's featuring Pinocchio Minstrel and Red Riding Hood Breaker. So if any of these is kind of like your waifu or husband for Pinocchio, then go ahead and pull on this banner. But if you're more concerned about progression, then the Spec Banner would definitely be a better choice. Let's just talk about this banner really briefly. So let's go to the Grimoire. So for Pinocchio, okay, wait. Okay, we have to take a look at the banner, current banner, in treasure chest. So for Pinocchio here, we can actually go to the jobs. Okay, Pinocchio Minstrel. Okay, so this is the current banner. So as usual, we have 60% instrument up in total. We have 100% each to M defense, P defense, M attack, and physical attack, plus 500 HP for Pinocchio. So if you're lacking in HP, maybe you can try to for Pinocchio. And let's take a look at Red Riding Hood here. Red Riding Hood Breaker. It's really cute. So 60% blade up, which is typical. He has 525 P defense in total, 75 P attack, and 100 HP. So that's a lot of physical defense. So if you're lacking in physical defense, it'll be a good addition to your stats. So I'm gonna go back to the game, check out the appearance rate. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. Pinocchio, it will be at 0.666%. I think the Flute of Dependence is actually SR. And if you scroll right down, Red Riding Hood is actually 3% with Wheel of Brutality. So if you want the job, actually this might not be a bad idea. I mean, with the 3% and all. Okay, let's talk about the weapons. Flute of Dependence is replenish magic only 1, but the problem would be it only buffs 1 airline M attack. And then for Red Riding Hood, a weapon is a Tornado of Leeching. So Leeching is good, but her Colo support is not Dauntless Courage or not even replenish magic. So it's kind of a bummer. This is a reason why this banner is kind of not recommended. But instead, let's take a look at the Spec Banners. Okay, so let's go over to the Vanguard one first. Seeker of Scorched Iron, as mentioned, is Dauntless Courage, and the skill is not leeching, so it's kind of fine. It's just reduce enemies M defense, which will help you DPS even better. So next we have Dwarven Spear. Dwarven Spear is Dauntless Courage, so if you're Paladin, this is a great banner to actually pull. Even if you get a Holy Knight's Pistol, it's a leeching, at least it's leeching and does magical damage, even though it's not Dauntless Courage, so it's kind of a little bit of a bummer. Appearance rate, as usual, is 0.666%, and the rest are 0.035%, 1.2% to get your Paladin weapon, and it's still usable if you're using Salad. But if you're using the Half Nightmare, this tool will be an ideal setup to put into your grid. Next up, let's take a look at rearguard weapon. Okay, rearguard Grimoire. Instrument weapons. Okay, as mentioned, they are all great because they are all support boon, increased chance. So okay, let's take a look at one by one. So this is 1 to 2 allies. Okay, it's not 2 allies, but 1 to 2 is pretty good as well. This is only 1. And finally, this one here, only 1. P defense and M defense. Okay, so this is only P attack, 1 to 2. This is considerably the worst. I mean, it's only 1 ally's M attack. And then this one right here, P defense and M defense, which is awesome, but it's only 1 ally. So give or take, the rate as usual is 0.66%. So 3 minstrel weapons. So this is definitely a really good banner for minstrels. I mean, the downside, of course, is if you pull for a non-minstrel weapon, like especially the ops. But other than that, this is one of the better banners that we have so far. Of course, the downside for all these banners, they are not step up, so it's not guaranteed. So kind of like pull at your own risk, even though the weapons are actually really good. Just gonna skip this because you should not be using this for Colo. No, just skip this. So anyway, I'm gonna be pulling for this because of my greed, because I actually want more spears for my half nightmare to actually utilize my half nightmare. The next grand Colo is still half nightmare for paladin, kind of a bummer that it's not for breaker, but you know, so if this is the case, I'm gonna be pulling right now. So wish me luck. I'm probably gonna pull I'm probably just gonna pull a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Yeah, more rest. Okay, so 5 S. Yeah, 5 S weapons. I give you more rest. But I personally, his head dropped. So personally, I want to be saving next week for the Space Invader collab, because that is a banner that I really want to be pulling on with the 3 step up. So okay, let's open all. Okay, S, come on, give me more SR. S. Again, S. Okay, that's kind of a rip. So pool number 2, I want to reserve maybe like 4,005 for next week. So I can pull a couple here, maybe 5 today and then 5 tomorrow or something like that. We want more rest, so only 3. His head rolling. But there's no SR. And there's no reform actually. The only reform is like right there. Tons of A weapons. Okay, S again. Oh, I got that one already. Oh, I have like so many of these. So rip number 2. Note that we will be getting Medal of Desire 9, which is for September, so it's fine. So 900 gems so far. No SR inside, so kind of a bummer. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the last one is actually S already, so it wouldn't reform. S. Oh, this is a big rip for me. So getting shafted on a Spec Banner, so kind of a bummer. So this is pool number 4, 1,200 gems. I feel like usually the last book they might actually just reform. So 1, 2, 3, so total 4. I don't know, man. Hopefully we get a SR for the final one. This is like the 5th pool, so oh man. 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, SR. No, wow, so many of these. So guys, I got shafted on this banner really hard, and actually I still got 1,500 more. So I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. So feels bad, man, feels bad. I did not luck out on this as, you know, per the past banner, so I'm just gonna reserve this right now. So yeah, okay, so anyway, let's head over to the Teen Heart event. Just want to cover this really briefly. So Teen Heart event, gathering event, it's kind of like a filler event. So basically you just need to do 5 times each. I think I started from behind, so it's a really no-brainer. Just do this and then do 5 each, and then do as many as you can. Again, do for medal exchange, but it could be for another video. 10 medals. Okay, so all this right here, I just want to highlight that the previous clam event medal exchange, I kind of ripped my medals. I did not actually fully exchange most of my medals. I did change like gems and things like that, but most of the things like all these materials I actually wasted because I thought of making a video, and then, you know, as usual it got delayed, and then maintenance come, and I was like, oh, okay, maintenance, I kind of forgot about that. And yep. But yeah, so please remember to, you know, exchange wherever you can. And that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more SINoALICE content. I'm gonna continue making more SINoALICE content. Like this video, comment right down below. So how many pulls did you do for your Spec Banner? Or did you actually do it? And did you get shafted as well? And I'm probably gonna make another pull video tomorrow. I still have like 6,000 gems, so I'm reserving 4,005 tomorrow. I can spare another 1,005 safely for Space Invader. So yeah. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Anyway, some of you might know this, but I've been shipping in parts for my new PC. The last component, which is the motherboard, has arrived yesterday. So today I'm probably gonna be recording some build a PC video. So if you're interested, it should be in the next video. I'm not Superman, but I just want to document, you know, my first build. Yeah. Okay. Bye.